Hey guys, thank you so much for supporting the Gig Economy podcast and listening. Just real quick, you can join our Patreon for extra perks and free merch and all that other stuff. Check it out at patreon.com/thegigeconpodcast. That's patreon.com/THEGIGECONPODCAST, the Gig Econ podcast. We'd love you to join. There's a $5 tier just for throwing us some cheddar for providing amazing content. And the $10 tier, what that does, that gets you a free podcast a month where we explore a certain gig a little bit deeper than just, brushing over it during the regular podcast. We also offer behind the scenes chatter before we start, just kind of a fun little banter back and forth. And we will get you the podcast early. This week it did not happen, just there was a lot of extenuating circumstances, but for the most part, I'm going to try to get you that podcast. If we record on Wednesday, I'm going to get it to you on Thursday for all $10 tier Patreon members. So go to patreon.com/thegigeconpodcast and join up. Just want to touch base with our sponsors. The studio sponsor is Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid, located on Stafford, just off of 44th Street, east of 131. Amazing auto repair place. Just had my van in there to get some brakes on it. Did a great job. Sent me all the other things that were wrong with it that I didn't fix. But, at least I know that it's there and that they could become an issue in the future. You can call them at 532-6600 or irvines.com. Everything can be done digitally, online, via text or via email, and pay online, etc. So you don't even have to see Jamie or Megan, but you would want to see them if we weren't in, COVID-19. So check them out, irvines.com, 532-6600. And of course, Jackie from Michigan Insurance and Financial Services. You can email her, Jackie@miafs.com, or call her cell phone at 269-569-6127. Jackie is an insurance broker who can get you the best deal from any company that she can, work with, Farmers, Progressive, whatever. She's going to get you the best deal. So give her a call at 269-569-6127 or email her, Jackie@miafs.com. This podcast, you may hear, for you audio listeners, a little bit of chatter about the live stream. And just so you know, we do live stream these podcasts every other Wednesday. Stay tuned to our social media if you want to know more. But yeah, you're welcome to this, an opportunity to ask questions and chime in with your opinion. We love the live stream. It really helps open our eyes to some things and stuff. So we live stream on Facebook and YouTube, sometimes Twitch and Periscope, depending on the week, but for sure Facebook. So yeah, if you really want to check out the live stream, every other Wednesday on Facebook, check it out. But anyways, you're going to hear some chatter about us struggling a little bit. So I just want to get you guys in the loop. Get you guys in the loop. People are just the audio listeners. So enjoy the show. Hi guys, welcome to the Gig Economy podcast. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. If the sound doesn't work, burning down the house. Burning down the house. All right. Somebody liked the stream. I don't know who did, but thank you so much. Wow. Guys.
Man, oh man.
It has just been a shit show. Hopefully Jesper will join us a little bit later, but yeah, fucking Windows, man.
If it could go wrong, it did.
It did. And
then it did it again just to make sure that we were beat down and good.
Right. So, yeah. I tried to do a system restore and it went for an hour and I was like, nope, I couldn't do it. So I just dumped it. Mark says, Hokey Pete's, I can hear you both. I know. We did something completely different than we normally do. So thank you guys so much for sticking with us. What a pain in the ass. So, yes, we'll jump in. Again, this beautiful studio is sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid, located on Stafford, just off of 44th Street. We'll talk about them in a little bit. So
this beautiful studio is sponsored by
what?
Vacuum machine and steam cleaner.
Oh.
That I forgot to move again.
Rob says, God save the Queen. I knew Rob would get that. That was the title. Like, I think we're live. God save the Queen. So, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for putting up with us. So we're just going to get right into it real quick. There's no links in the Facebook post. I will post them later, but we want you to do the survey. This is the last week we're going to do it, to the end of the month. So I will post that survey once the show gets done. Also, we are giving away the camera in the gig economy. Well, it would be the Patreon bonus club, whatever the hell you want to call it. We have a camera to give away. Jesper has it at his house. It's not an inside-outside. It's only an outside. But if you join Patreon before the end of the month, on June 1st, we're going to pull a name out, and that person's going to win the camera. So, go to patreon.com/GigEconPodcast. I don't remember what it is. If I had my links available, I would know. But Rob says it's the Queen's birthday weekend here in New Zealand. Well, that was a perfect thing to say then.
I thought that's why you said it.
No, I didn't. I don't know.
That's funny.
I just feel like that's something people say, like, God save the Queen. I mean, we don't have a queen, but so yeah, go to Patreon to search Gig Economy Podcast, and then I will share that link too at some point. But yeah, we're here, we're recording, and we love you guys. Just real quick, we have a Telegram group that Janet and Rob from New Zealand just joined. That would be in the description too. You can click on that, talk to us. They're weird time. It's like 2:30 p.m.
Yeah, it's
tomorrow.
Super late.
No, it's
in the future.
Yeah, it's in the future.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Also, if you can review us on Apple Podcasts, that would be great too. I'm not going to really go get it. We're just going to kind of jump into it. So, first up, we don't have a lot of videos or anything tonight. We got a lot of articles to talk about. And if Jesper doesn't come, I guess we'll just I'll just take him. So this is a new app called Hire, and every time I read that, I want to say Hire Car. Wasn't there? Did they go out of business?
It still is, yeah.
Oh, they didn't go out of business?
Not that I know of.
I thought I read something that they were going out of business, but this is it's kind of like Jive. I believe it's in Detroit, but not in Grand Rapids. So just kind of a task-oriented gig. Actually, I had it up at some point. Let me look it up.
Their website's still up, Hire Car, anyways.
Yeah, I thought I read something in Grand Rapids they closed them down or something.
Well, it could be. And Grand Rapids only ever had most I ever saw was like 2, maybe 3 cars.
Yeah.
One was like a Lincoln, one was like a Ford, Ford something, and one was a Chevy.
Yeah. So Hire Car, geez, here I go. The Hire app connects you with local businesses that are hiring, allows you to make money between school and work, handles the payment directly to your bank account. So it says, Hire's always adding new tasks to our app. Our goal is to give you a broad range of options to choose from. They spelled choose wrong. There's a typo. I know I'm terrible at spelling, but they have it CHOSSE. Choice?
Wow.
Options to choose. Whoa. No. That's fucked up. That's not right. Anyways, they offer general labor, merchandising, cleaning, event support, and delivery tasks. So it's currently available in Metro Detroit, Chicago, Cleveland, and Columbus. So I could see this being kind of, I would like it like, let's say you got to set something up, like a wedding or whatever. Like you can be like, hey, I want to do this. So you, go into the app and do the job and whatever. But so,
right.
Check it out. Hire.
It sounds like they're kind of replacing, there was another app that actually closed. They shut down when COVID really hit. I'm trying to remember the name of it was. I actually had it on my phone, and it was basically the same thing. You could hire like a handyman to do different things.
Are you thinking TaskRabbit? There was TaskRabbit.
I think it was Tasker.
Tasker.
They shut down.
Well, this website says gohire.com, become a hire task. Oh, okay. I'm an idiot. I'm a freaking idiot. Become a tasker.
It's been a long 2 days. We don't judge.
Task. Yeah, no shit, man. Holy cow. Come down here at 8 o'clock all excited to stream, and I'm like, oh, we have a problem. It says become a tasker. But it's TaskRabbit. Oh, I don't know. Anyways, nobody cares. Are your Facebook comments not in StreamYard updating at all or not?
I don't even see them in StreamYard.
Oh, you don't? If you click on comments, you should be able to see them, or maybe I only can see them. In the upper.
I see. No, last one I see is Rob.
Okay, I was just wondering. I was like, is this thing on?
Breaker
19. Okay, where are we at? So,
Jesper, you're up.
Jesper. Okay.
Where you at?
So the next up is kind of about how your ride will start to change on March 18th. There's a bunch of different things going on, a safety checklist, a no mask feedback. They're just going to add a bunch of new options. Now, I don't have the picture with me because I was going to do it at 8, but I ran a test and this didn't work. Someone posted it was a screenshot. What was it, Pete? Like from customer support, an email. It said that if a rider complains to Uber about the driver not wearing a mask, they will get deactivated. So, I don't know. I know there are people in our little community that are not wearing masks. Might be something that you might want to do. I think it's kind of bullshit though, because it feels like kind of like the drunk, your drink or intoxicated one. Okay, you get a 48-hour whatever and then move on, but just to deactivate them right away. And then I think to myself, why wouldn't you want to wear a mask? You're in this enclosed area with somebody. I don't know. My question to you, Pete, is if you were driving right now and someone did pull up, or you pulled up as a driver, you had your mask on, and then a passenger got in, would you take them if they didn't have a mask? I know you're a strict follower of the rules, so I mean, and that there's nothing wrong with that. I just like
it's hard to say because, I'm working my other job now, so I'm not in the position where doing rideshare, gig work is my main job anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, well, probably not. Rather, I probably would not take them.
Well, it kind of falls into the same, like the minor thing. Although that's a little different. That's a little different because then it's like someone underage and there's like liability with. Yeah, I don't know. I can't compare it to that. I'm not sure what I could compare it to, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would.
I just feel like if you don't want to be a part of like wearing the mask or, then just don't drive. Deliver food.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what about
you don't have to wear a mask delivering food, right?
You have to check in with it. When you go online, you have to have to deliver.
Because I can tell you, my Uber Eats driver today did not have a mask on.
Yeah, I think when they do that little selfie check, which they never done for Uber Eats, but they are now, you have to have a mask on. I'm pretty sure that's what Gabe said.
My DoorDash driver the other day, he had a mask on.
Yeah. It's weird, though, when you go to restaurants, you see people, like I went to Little Caesars the other day. I wore a mask when I went in, and the employees weren't wearing masks. And I'm like, should I go back to this Little Caesars? Or I don't know.
It's such a, I mean, the whole situation is just so weird because there's just so many, so many conflicting reports. Even the CDC now is saying, oh, maybe we said that coronavirus doesn't stay around as long as we said it does.
Yeah, and surfaces. I saw that too.
Right. We got some chatter in the Facebook. CC says, offer them your camera footage. You can fight it. It will take a while, but you have proof. That's true.
Yeah, that is true. What a good reason now to even to pump the dash cam talk.
If you're driving, you don't have a dash cam, you should get. I mean, I'll tell you what. I haven't had to actually send. No, that's not true. I have sent footage in. That saved me.
Yeah, I've seen a lot, like in the last week, as people are starting to drive again, that the dash cam chatter has increased.
Yeah, somebody was just actually asking me about it in one of the groups.
Yeah,
just before the show started.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know.
Larry says I keep my doors locked and leave if they won't wear a mask.
Yeah.
And then CC said Grubhub doesn't require a mask for no contact delivery. I only wear it when I go inside of restaurants.
Yeah, I wonder, is anyone driving right now? Like, I don't know anyone that's driving.
I don't know anybody that's driving people except, somebody was.
Leo is. I think
Leo and Chris, I thought, right?
Chris.
Silver Fox.
Oh, he is?
I thought he said he was picking up people the other day.
Oh, I have no idea. Well, you've been warned. We'll share that picture. I'll probably post it on social media next week, and just to show that they say they are deactivating people if you're not wearing your mask. So honestly, though, I would put it on with the passenger in, but when passenger's not in there, I'm pulling that sucker off.
Right.
I mean,
there's really no sense in wearing a mask when you're in the car by yourself anyways.
Yeah, and I feel
in my opinion, I'm not a doctor or
like what Ben said, if you're driving around by yourself with a mask on, it's like wearing a condom when you're by yourself.
Right.
You know, what do you need a condom for?
It's like wearing undies with your wee-wee hanging out.
Every time Ben killed me with that. I know he didn't make it up. He got it from somewhere else, but every time I drive around during the day for work and I see somebody with a mask by themselves, I just think of a guy with a limp wiener with a condom on. I mean, not even like an excited one, just a pathetic man sitting. Yeah, exactly. Flopped out. Oh, boy.
Larry says, I'm allowed to drive people again on June 15th. That's right. I forgot his other job said that he couldn't. He couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense if.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. All right, why don't you jump into the electric scooters, and then again, I've gotten like a ton of new stuff that I wish I would able to add to the show. I have something about the scooters, not in Grand Rapids, but in general.
Yeah, so we talked about this a few months ago, but it's pretty much official now. Grand Rapids City Commission approved a $300,000 bid for a 1-year micro mobility pilot program, and it's going to be 2 different companies, and it starts August or September of this year, and it's going to be 400 to 500 scooters.
I didn't know it was that many.
And I'm not done.
Oh no.
200 bicycles and 100 sit down scooters.
What? Scooter fat?
I never even. I would like to see what a sit down scooter looks like.
Yeah,
can you just imagine Ionia Street in the middle of the fall, all those drunk people on the sit down scooters rolling around. Oh my gosh, I'm done rideshare driving right now. I
can't wait to see the sit down ones. I mean, I'm trying to picture. All I can think of is just like you to see that, really overweight lady at Walmart with a sit down scooter.
Oh, see, I was thinking of like the Power Wheels ones.
The
big wheel,
Oh yeah.
Something like that.
My gosh. But I guess what I saw today is that there was a video on Twitter of a big crane taking the Uber scooters and putting them in the dump to compact them. They're just dumping the entire program.
It's interesting because the two scooter companies, let me see if I can scroll down here. They're called Gotcha and Spin, which I had never heard of either one of them.
No, I haven't either.
One's based in Charleston, South Carolina. Excuse me. And then Spin is based in San Francisco, but it's owned by the Ford Motor Company.
Okay. Interesting.
So Gotcha is in East Lansing already, and then Spin is in Ann Arbor and Detroit.
So are all those kind of the same? Like you see the Lime scooters that were really popular. That
the stand up ones look just like the Lime scooters.
Okay.
And the Bird ones. It doesn't have a picture of the sit down one. I really wish it did.
I know.
I'm interested to see what they look like.
I want to see that too. But my question is I know people were charging them and making money. I wonder if that's going to be the same.
I would assume so, because otherwise you're going to have, some sort of infrastructure to. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it works in Grand Rapids because I feel like our downtown it's barely pedestrian friendly.
It's not.
Let alone
where would you even?
Friendly.
I mean, I can see people flying down. Maybe not so much Ionia, but definitely Ottawa. I don't know why. I'm thinking by 20 Monroe Live over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flying out in the middle of Fulton Street right there at the intersection.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, I hate to say it, but does anyone want to put money down for the first pedestrian car accident? Well, it would be like, I guess it would.
This last summer and fall, we already had like more pedestrian accidents than we've had in a long time.
Yeah, that couple right there by the woods. They were like in their mid-50s.
Oh, that was terrible.
That was terrible. Terrible. But you know what? I'm honestly, if I was a little buzzed downtown and I saw one of them scooters, I'd probably hop on it just to try it.
Right.
But I don't think I would. Yeah, I don't know. But just think about, like, my kids have Razor scooters, the cracks in the sidewalk and all that. Like, I see them hit that and they go flying. I'm like, can you imagine going?
Oh, you know what? These scooters aren't even.
Did you?
I Googled it, and it's basically just like the stand-up scooter, but with like a seat on a post.
Okay, now that makes sense. I've seen those before. Okay,
yeah.
I can get down with that.
I mean, that's cool, but I was hoping for like some.
I was hoping scooter fats.
Some scooter fun downtown.
Oh man, alive.
But yeah, that's gonna last for a year, so that'll be interesting to see how that works out.
Yeah,
especially since it's coming late in the season, August.
Yeah. Did you say that there was a grant there?
Yeah, $300,000 grant.
What is going on with his hair?
So they did that. They did the grant versus what Detroit did was just let the companies come in. So they did the grant so that the city can control where the scooter pickup and drop off locations are going to be, where the parking lots are going to be, versus Detroit, which is apparently a shit show.
Well, then that means we probably won't charge them then. They probably will have like a designated area, but they're all going to be like 110, like voltage. It's not like, so they're all, wow, what a disaster. I think it's kind of a great idea to have someone else do, have people do it as like extra gig work.
When I was in Oklahoma, I was in Tulsa. They have the scooters in their downtown. And for the most part, it seemed pretty nice that they were always everywhere we went downtown. And we were only out for, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours downtown because it was hot as balls. But all the locations where the scooters were, they were all standing up. They were all, pretty good condition. There wasn't, just laying around everywhere, which is what some of the reports from some of the cities have said is like they're just scooters everywhere in the middle of the street and, in the middle of the walkways.
Yeah, because people are assholes. I mean, they drop their dirty masks in the grocery parking lot, so they're definitely not going to lean their scooter against the wall out of traffic.
Just put it in the street, honey. It'll be fine.
Can you imagine some drunk a-hole picking that scooter up and just whipping it into traffic? I don't know. I'm just imagining all the shenanigans that could go on.
It's gonna be interesting for sure.
I'm hoping. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll be driving by then. I don't mind the mask. Back to the mask. That doesn't bother me at all. I'll happily wear it. I'm just waiting until like this, at least in Michigan. I don't know where everyone else is from, but until they open up the state, completely and say we're open.
Basically, at this point, I'm not going to ride share until I can get a haircut because the back of my hair looks like a jungle back there. Yeah. So I don't want people sitting in my back seat. Like, does this guy ever cut his hair?
Yeah, the little neck hair is so long, and I've realized I have a lot of gray on my neck hair. I kind of went like a little look at it. I was like, "Ugh, what the hell's going on there?" So, all right, real quick, we're going to jump into, I missed our first sponsor, but, Irvine's has been just amazing to us. I used them a couple of weeks ago. What did I have them do? Oh, we're selling
You're doing something with your van, right?
Yeah. I had to get some new brakes on the back. How shitty is that? We're selling it. I'm like, it was grinding in the back, and I'm like, I got to get them fixed. When someone's going to come look at it, they're going to be like, yeah. So I had to spend some money on that, but that's okay. Call Irvine's at 532-6600 or irvines.com. They are the studio sponsor of this show, and we super appreciate them supporting us. Everything was done digitally. I looked at the report via text or email. I paid online. They send all pictures. They even gave me a free report of things that were actually still kind of wrong with the van, but I wasn't willing to fix. But then I can take that report when someone asks, is there anything else wrong with it? I'd be like, yeah, these things are you can still drive it. Everything's fine with it. There's nothing safety issues, but these are the things that you might want to, repair. So they gave me that report. That's what they did. They went over everything. So check them out at irvines.com or 532-6600. Thank you to Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid. So next
Larry said in Nashville, people throw the scooters in the river all the time.
Oh, really? Jeez, they must... Once a week, all right, boys, we got to drag the bottom of the river and pick up them
That's why I asked them. I said, are the GPS waterproof? How do they find them?
Are there GPS?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, because I know at least the ones that were in, what did I use? I think I used Bird in Oklahoma, but they're, I just had the word in my geotagged. So once you get to a certain part of the city, they stop working.
Okay.
So they got GPS in all of them.
Oh, so they're geofenced, meaning if they get out.
Oh, yes, geofenced. Thank you. What did I say? Geotagged.
Yeah. So yeah, when you get out of that geofence, then they don't work. Seth, yeah, St. Louis has scooters.
Oh yeah, you just read it.
Yeah, GPS shows a bunch in the back. I kind of like this StreamYard. It puts all the comments on the same thing. I don't know. We might have to use.
Oh, see, I don't see the comments on StreamYard.
You don't?
I'm just looking at them now.
That's so weird. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to see it. Let's see. Live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example. Click on a comment to show it on the screen. What does that mean? Oh, that's kind of cool too.
Oh, nice.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder why you can't see them. That's weird. Okay, can I take it off?
It doesn't like me.
It's weird. I don't know. So the next article we want to talk about is unemployment. The Treasury Secretary Munchin, I don't know, says employees who reject offer to return to work are ineligible for unemployment benefits. And everyone, when I'm telling you this, you're like, yeah, duh, right? But the reason I bring it up, and I want to say, how does that apply for gig workers? Because they never shut down, so.
Well, they, when I filed for the PUA, I got it. And then they declined it. Because when I answered the questions, it asked me if I was able to work or something like that. And I hit yes. And because I hit yes, it declined it. Luckily, I was at that point starting my new, day job.
Yeah.
And so it didn't really matter anyways. But didn't the article say something about they were going to come back at you too?
This was a very heady article for me. I read it twice, and I use a but behind the scenes, I use a highlighter Chrome extension, so I highlighted some of the stuff. But I don't remember seeing anything about that. What I highlighted, it says. What I thought was interesting, the average state already gives out $463 a week per week in unemployment. Well, that's definitely not in Michigan. $385 is the max. When combined with a new $600 per week, the average unemployed individual can collect $1,063 a week, the equivalent of more than 26 an hour or 55 grand a year. So they obviously don't want anyone on it that doesn't need to be, but unemployment benefits traditionally require a worker to be laid off to collect benefits, and so many people are not yet aware that the relief bill allows a person to quit and still collect as long as they, it's in quotes, self-certify that they had to quit because of the coronavirus. So basically, I mean, I wouldn't advise this, but basically you can just lie and say you had to quit for coronavirus,
right,
and still collect. But it said the generous payments are temporary. However, they scheduled to last for 4 months ending July 31, but the Democrats included an extension to the date in their Phase 4 legislation, which passed that last week. The bill extends unemployment benefits of 600 payments in addition to state benefits to January 2021. Wow. That's a long time.
Man, why am I working?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the motivation to get off of it at 55 grand a year? I mean, that's a pretty good salary. I mean, no, that's gross, but still. But I guess my point is, where I originally brought this up, is how does that affect gig workers? Like, they technically never shut down, but people are still collecting benefits. I don't know. I didn't see a lot of I saw a lot of people complaining that they weren't getting paid, but I don't know if they were actually getting unemployment and the 600 or just the 600, because, yeah, I don't know. I'm fine with whatever you want to do with that. I just I don't want you to take advantage of the state or the feds, but I mean, they're making it super easy if you just have to self-certify. I don't know.
Well, they're making it super easy. Whether or not you can get through the phone lines or get through online. I mean, I know up as of probably 2 weeks ago, people were still having issues trying to get through the online chat. Yeah, just waiting hours upon hours and just never getting.
Yeah, it's really not. It's just a disaster. Thankfully, I went back to work, so I think I got it like 1-2 weeks, and then I was back to work, so then I just stopped certifying. So yeah, hopefully that'll help some people. Angela brought up, what if you're high risk or asthma and lung issues? I'm not sure what that's referring to as far as.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe she tuned into the.
Well, I know it's about the unemployment, but I guess I'm.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking for your feedback. What do you think about how a gig worker can say that they can't go back to work? I guess, like, take Gabe for example. I mean, he could sit home and make $1,000 a week, right? Technically,
yeah, technically.
So my point is, why can't he say, "Well, I need to stay laid off"? I mean, according to this, if the Democrats get that passed, it's 2021 that you could collect $1,000 a week. I don't know. I'd rather be working. In my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you got legitimate reasons, then you should definitely take advantage of it.
100%. If you are and maybe that's what I was saying. If you are at risk, 100%, you should not be doing it, and you should take advantage of everything you can, especially if that's a big source of your income. I'm sure some people filed for unemployment that were just part-time gigsters. Yeah. And that's just like, what are you doing? Like, you got a full-time gig, apply on that. So. Jesper, you're up. Uber lays off another 3,000 employees. This is just, it's to be expected. Let's see, where was I? Oh, I did see this about their Uber Eats. The rides have been hit hard. They're down 80%, which is nuts. Food delivery, however, has been hot in Q1. Uber Eats experienced major growth with gross bookings of $4.68 billion in bookings, up to 52% from that same quarter. Wow. A year ago. He says, I will caution, while Eats growth is accelerating, the business today doesn't have to come close to covering our expenses, blah, blah, blah. I mean, maybe this will make them profitable. They trim it down.
It's still hard to understand how a company that has, I don't want to say they don't have any skin in the game, but all your risk is on the drivers because their insurance has to cover, obviously Uber has to carry backup insurance or whatever.
Yeah, which got to be expensive.
But how are they not making money?
I think they just do that on purpose. So on paper, it looks like they're not making money, but they're making money. Way back in the day, I had a lawn care business where I cut grass, and I every year made like $500, but I still used that money to pay my bills, so I was still making money.
Right.
But on paper, it looked like I made $500 a year. I think that's what they're doing. I'm not sure what the advantages of that. Probably just tax advantages, I'm sure. But it's I don't know. I'm not really too super bright on the breakdown of
economics.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but I mean, they've needed to cut the fat anyways. So that's what they like.
Just don't cut the people that help me when I got an issue, because I used to always get right through.
Well,
but
you're diamond bitch, so I mean, not anymore. Well, you probably are, or did it expire? Did it lapse?
I think I still am.
So
look, Sam decided to come grace us with her presence.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Like the comments are slow for me. Like the last comment was on 10:10 on StreamYard for me, so I don't know why it takes a little bit, but
still diamond.
Nice. So with Diamond, did you get phone support or email support?
I mean, I feel like it was both, because I'm trying to think if I ever had to call in on something. Most of the time it was just email, just through the app. If I, had a puker or something, I'd send the pictures in, and then like 10, 15 minutes later, most of the time, boom.
Yeah.
Money was there.
Huh. Well, your diamond's going away.
You're just jelly.
Yeah, I am. So Pete's got this next one, and I'm interested about this because it's not just it doesn't really just have to do with rideshare. It has to do with me too, because I use public bathrooms during the day. I try not to, but so I was interested on this article.
So this article, let me scroll back to the top here because I was reading through it again. It says, whether it's the mall, restaurants, concerts, ballparks, or even drive-in movie theaters, Americans are making it clear they won't be ready to go out to their favorite destinations until they feel confident about being able to go to the bathroom, that is.
Yeah.
So to make it long story short, it's, the article is talking about how all these companies are looking at or in the process of remodeling their restaurants or businesses and changing the way the restrooms reuse or work, going to having attendance again, going to having, single stall versus multi-stall bathrooms. Some of the places we're talking about taking bathrooms out altogether,
which is crazy.
There is one, I gotta see if I can find this. Someone was talking about, disinfecting the bathrooms every 30 minutes.
Which, honestly, if you're at a busy restaurant, that should be happening anyways.
Right.
Even a gas station. I mean, it should be every 30 minutes you should be in there. Because, I mean, you might get in a gas station 50, 60 people in an hour going through there, and maybe 25% use the bathroom. I don't know. I feel like that should be happening anyways.
I got to find this. I had to scroll down to find this quote from this lady that I thought was hilarious.
Yeah, it's a big article.
Where is it? It talks about truck stops. And, the funny thing while I'm looking for this is this article was written in based out of Ohio. But I feel like Michiganders just don't care. Like, look at all the people that were down at the Capitol protesting. Like,
well, those are freedom fighters.
Neck and neck.
Those are freedom fighters.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so it's strange for me because obviously Sam wrote bullshit piss bottler. I mean, yeah, what did Leo always say? Hashtag piss jug or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's fine. But like today I had to not go number 1, I had to go number 2. I try to do that at home, but then like I wear my mask and go in there, but I don't really freak out about it. I'm like, if I literally cannot use a bathroom, like what are we doing here? Like
Right.
I'll do the preventative. I go in, I'll use the bathroom, I wash my hands, I sanitize, I do all that. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like just hold it all day? I mean, it's just not going to happen. I don't by choice want to go into a public bathroom, but if you got to go, you got to go.
Right.
But I don't know. Do you think like all these other, like, I don't feel like they need to modify the bathrooms. I'm like, what is it really going to do? I mean, I do like the paper towel, going back to paper towel. I hate those hand dryers. I freaking hate them.
Just think about Speedway.
Oh, God.
Maybe their bathrooms are going to be usable again.
This is where I want the government involved in private business to make Speedway clean their damn bathroom.
Oh, man.
I got to say, though, I feel like Johnny's does every 30 minutes. I swear they must.
Yeah, they're on top of it. If you're in Grand Rapids, a lot of us go to the Speedway, not the Speedway.
No.
The Johnny's, the Shell station on Michigan and Fuller, because it is just the people who work there genuinely are really nice. We hang out with them. We talk with them. They let us hang out there, for a while, take our little breaks or whatever. But most importantly, like the bathrooms are clean.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing worse when you're like, excuse me, when you're like been driving for 6 hours and like, I got to piss right now. And you go in there, go into the Speedway, and you got to dodge roaches and clumped up toilet paper. I have a video on my phone, and I sent this to the Speedway people on Twitter. I walked into the Speedway on 131 in Leonard, and
that's
which
rough.
is bad enough first of all, but I had to go, and so I walked in there, and somebody had shit on the toilet and just left it, and if that wasn't bad enough. As I'm looking at it, there was a bug probably 2 inches crawling around on the ground. And I'm like, I'm getting the F out of here. I took a quick video and I got out.
What did they say? Oh, DM us? Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
Can I get a coupon for the cafe?
Listen to this quote real quick from this article.
Oh, you found it?
It says, it's a little bit long, but if we can give them some confidence about safety, people are ready to get out of the house and try and have a little more life. The restroom situation didn't bother me personally, but it was the number one concern people had on our Facebook page, so I had to take action to make them comfortable. Such comfort might be hard won. Laura Maxwell is eager to find an entertainment option that would let her take her children ages 11 and 13 out of the house safely. Maxwell, who lives in San Luis, blah, blah, would happily return to the Sunset Drive-In, but the prospect of bathroom queues is bothersome. She said, bathrooms are a problem. They're huge contact places, and if you're shedding the virus, it'll be all over. Maybe they could just open up without bathrooms, and people would know in advance and make the decision not to go, or where it depends.
No! She wasn't serious about that.
That's in the article.
What the?
It's a quote.
Oh my gosh. Where depends? I'd rather be locked in my house forever.
Oh my gosh. When I was reading through this article, I had to go back. I was like, did I just read that? Or did I just read the sentence wrong? Because I'm trying to skim through it.
Yeah.
I could not believe it. She literally said, where it depends.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that lady, that astronaut. Do you remember that story many years ago? She was stalking another astronaut, and she drove from like Texas to Florida wearing a diaper and did not stop. Like had gas cans in her car and filled up gas. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So long story short, I don't think the bathrooms are a huge issue, but I mean, when you go in, like you said, when you go into the Speedway bathroom, you're like, okay, this is an issue now. And maybe it's all perception. Maybe
if you go in the Speedway bathroom, coronavirus is the least of your concerns. First of all, Heyo.
That was a good one. Had to give a hey for that. That's true. But anyways, I get it. What I was saying is if you go in the Speedway and you go in the Shell, if someone's shedding the virus, you can't see it. So if there's shit on the floor in the Speedway and not in the shit, like literal shit, and not in the Shell, I mean, is it any more, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Not that I'm going to go to the Speedway. Yeah, if you ever go to a Johnny's and it's clean, make sure you tell them that you appreciate that because we want them to keep doing that. So, what are we doing here? One more. Let's see. Our ad spot with Jackie from Michigan in insurance and financial services. You can call Jackie at 269-569-6127. She is my insurance agent. She can shop a bunch of insurances for you. Progressive, State Farm, whatever gives you the best deal for you, for the services you want. I think I ended up saving like $70 a month. Although now I got freaking 3 cars on there because, my son's car, the van, and then, my car.
Oof. How bad was that punch in the pocket?
I mean, it's like $356 a month. But as soon as I sell that van, I can drop it. But Progressive did give a pretty good hefty credit for being locked down, so that was nice.
Yeah.
You can email Jackie at miafs.com, 269-569-6127. That is her cell phone. She does work for Michigan Insurance and Financial Services, but she's basically an independent broker, so you'll be dealing directly with her, not with MIAFS. Not that that's a bad thing, but just wanted to throw that out there. So thanks, Jackie, so much for supporting the the gig economy the gig economy podcast. You couldn't see me holding my head in shame. I forgot that you couldn't see me. So yeah, support Jackie. So what are we at? Jesper's up.
Jesper.
Hello.
Jesper. You there, buddy?
Check one. I did not read this article.
Neither did I.
I am not going to talk about this. Basically, it's AB5. It's just talking.
Grammarly does more than catch errors.
Son of a bitch. I hate that. I will.
Gotcha.
Well, yeah. What is this? Los Angeles CBS local. I hate going to places that do that. Like, throw the ad up, but don't put the music on. Jeez.
Yeah. It's super annoying.
Yeah, I'm not going to look. We're not going to talk about that. So, Pete, you want to talk about the DoorDash? And
yeah.
I don't even know what that word is.
This article, Jason and I both had to read through it like 7 times
what that
each.
word meant.
We had to Google what one of the words meant because we did not understand. So basically, it talks about it's the title of the article is DoorDash and Pizza Arbitrage. And basically, arbitrage is the selling of services or goods cheaper in some areas and then buying them more expensive in other areas or something. But the core of the article is about how DoorDash and some of the other food delivery companies are sneaking in, and basically they're putting these fake phone numbers on like Google search for different places who are not signed up for like DoorDash services. And when you call the number, it goes to, some call center. They take your order like they're the company that you ordered. Like, say you're ordering from Joe's Pizza. You call this number and it goes to a call center, and then DoorDash delivers the pizza. And it only kind of came to light because they picked a company. They picked a lot of companies, but they picked a specific company that didn't do delivery. And he started getting complaints about pizzas being delivered cold, pizzas being delivered wrong. So they started looking into it and started finding out that some of these companies are doing some pretty shady things. They're taking orders for companies that are not even signed up.
Yeah. And basically what it does is kind of forces them to sign up for the service because they're like, well, we're already getting complaints or we're getting more business out of it. So why don't we sign up legitimately? But that's some shady shit. Like,
Yeah.
So I didn't know that they're just, until I read this article, that they're just putting menus online. So they're not part of whatever Grubhub, DoorDash, or I'm sure they all do it.
Right.
But it's just kind of weird that they would do that. It's shady. I don't know. It's really brought to light the huge holes in food delivery services, which I thought was a pretty basic, down to earth kind of thing. I mean, you place the order, you pick it up, you deliver it. What do you think about them charging the businesses 35%? Do you? Well,
I think to go back, you were talking about how they're losing money. I just want to read a couple of the numbers. DoorDash lost $450 million off of $900 million in revenue. Uber Eats lost $461 million just in quarter four off of $734 million in intake.
Well, how are they losing money if they're charging 35%?
Right.
Like they're not paying the drivers that.
Right.
I mean, do they consider losing money because they have to, they reinvest it in advertising or whatever? I don't know. I just feel like I don't like. So the governments have been interfering with that, and I don't really like that. Some of the more progressive states have been putting caps on what Uber and Lyft can, or Uber Eats and DoorDash and Grubhub can charge.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like if you're willing to pay for it, I guess. I don't know. If I'm willing to pay, $100 for a haircut, then
that's your business.
That's my business, I guess. And if I don't like it, then I'll just stop doing it. I don't know.
My brother asked if we'd seen the article about Chuck E. Cheese selling pizza through, I think it was DoorDash. I don't remember which one, but they have it under a separate company called Pasquale's.
Yeah, we did. We posted that on an article on our social media about that. But yeah, they're trying to rebrand it because no one's buying Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Get out of here.
Gosh, I never knew you could drink there. And growing up, like I would see people kind of stumbling and stuff, and I would always, as a kid, I'd be like, "What's wrong with that guy? He's shit-faced. That's what's wrong with him.
That's what's wrong."
He brings his kids there, and he drinks 6 beers, and I'm like, "All right, kids, let's go home."
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets. All the tickets. The fucking tickets. I hated that. Now it's all a card or it's all digital, which is the best thing ever. Why are kids obsessed with that? When I bring my kids to like Craig's Cruisers, they're just obsessed with getting, like, they want to get these stupid prizes. I'm like, my gosh, if we take this $20, can I just go buy you a toy? Because it's
buy 7 of the same thing.
Yeah, I'll buy you a $20 Lego set that's going to be way better than, but it's the fun, it's the activity, all that stuff. So
yeah, I mean, I got to say, I love going to. I don't go often enough because it's a little expensive, but I like going to Dave & Buster's.
So here's my take on Dave & Buster's. The games are off the hook. Like, they have some of the top line games. I think their food sucks.
Really?
Yeah. I hated it. We went there as a family twice. We tried it twice, and it was just bland, and it was just, I did not like it. You like
every time we went, the food was real. It was hot. It was, to me, it was surprising how, like, good it was, because I wasn't really expecting it to be.
See, that's so weird that we both had completely different
experiences.
Yeah, Angie agrees with me. Terrible food.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Pete. I mean, beer is beer. That's why it's nice to drink beer, because you know what? You're opening that bottle and you know what's in there. But no,
she said go to Outback first in the parking lot. And the sad thing is, it's probably about the same price because the food at Dave & Buster's is pretty expensive.
Yeah, it is. But I gotta say, the games are
fun,
nuts. They're really good. Okay, so we actually do have a video, and we're actually communicating with this driver. She escaped abduction at knife point by jumping out of a car at 60 miles per hour. So we're going to play that video, and then we will chat about it.
A manhunt just ended after police caught a suspect accused of kidnapping a Nashville Uber driver at knife point. As News Channel 5's Nick Barris tells us, she barely escaped by bailing out of her speeding car.
I took my seatbelt off. I think I did like this and grabbed the phone. And in that second, that's when I opened the door and I jumped.
Carolina Vargas says she had no choice but to bail out of her Ford Explorer at 60 miles per hour on a highway in Georgia.
I just remember feeling like a fire, like a ball of fire right here. And I think this is where the tire drove over me.
Vargas says she was trying to escape this man who police have identified as Christopher Miller. She drives Uber out of Nashville and says Miller, a truck driver, hired her to take him to a hotel all the way in Cleveland, Tennessee, while mechanics worked on his rig. Nothing happened on that trip, but then last Friday, Vargas says Miller called asking her to come get him for a return trip to Nashville to get his truck. This time, she says, he pulled a knife.
I didn't do anything like to trigger him for anything. He just got close to me. He had the knife. He put it here. And he said, okay, now you're going to do what I say.
Vargas says Miller directed her to drive south. She begged him to let her go and then realized her only choice was to jump from the speeding SUV.
I didn't break one bone. And I'm so grateful to be alive, to be honest. I couldn't believe everything was so fast.
Investigators say Miller, the suspect, escaped in Vargas's Explorer. A Good Samaritan stopped to help Vargas on the shoulder of the road and called police. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Wow. Police arrested that suspect, Christopher Miller, late this afternoon in Jacksonville, Florida. He was caught at a hotel with the victim's car, armed with a knife and a gun. Miller will eventually be extradited back here to Tennessee to face charges.
Okay, so that's messed up. What's the matter, Pete? You're a little shaken up by her.
I didn't watch that video. I was not expecting all the just. I mean, it makes sense if you bail out of a car at 60 miles an hour. You're gonna have a little bit more than just a couple scrapes. But holy crap!
I tried to find her online because I wanted to interview her, do a little interview, and I ended up finding her brother. And they do have a GoFundMe, so I want to. She said she want to come on, and we'll pump that GoFundMe for her. I guess my only question, and since I don't know if I'd ask her to her face, but why did she do it at 60 miles an hour? Like, I feel like maybe she just panicked. I don't know. I feel like you'd get to a stop sign, or maybe they were on a highway. If they were on a God, I don't know, but 60 miles an hour, like shit. She's so lucky she didn't.
She probably figured, if she bailed out while at a stop sign, he probably would have more chance to catch her versus if she caught him off guard going, because nobody's.
Well, here's the thing: the car didn't. The car didn't crash, must be, because he was in the back. So, and clearly it must have just rolled to the side of the road because he got in and took off to Florida.
Yeah.
So, well, hopefully we'll be able to talk to her. And again, I don't have that link.
I wonder if I would. Well,
just say it. You already.
I wonder if she was doing that other trip off the record, because I would think that Uber would step in and she wouldn't have to worry about a GoFundMe.
I think she was doing it off. Well, I know she had. I don't know. I missed if they said it in this one. I read a bunch of articles trying to track her down, but she had originally picked him up on one trip, and then he called her to do it again. And I don't know if I bet she did it off the app.
Yeah.
Which is you roll the dice.
You're playing Russian roulette anytime you do that.
My advice.
I'm not saying I haven't done it myself.
Yeah, we've all done it. But my advice.
We've all done it.
My advice is to do it on the app and ask for some extra money on the side.
Yep.
That way you're covered with insurance and all that. But
that way you're covered with insurance and you're making a good amount of money.
Right. So I'm glad she's all right. It's a miracle that she didn't break any bones. I mean, that's just.
Well, it looked like, she got messed up though.
Yeah, she did.
She got everything but broken bones.
I know you were. I could see your face. You were like, "Oh,
holy crap!"
So, all right, we're gonna jump into our tip time. Before that, though, just want to give a plug for our Patreon. We are still doing. Damn, I didn't change that link yet. Pete, come on, we need a production meeting like once a week. If you go to patreon.com and search Gig Economy Podcast, you'll find us. We are still doing a podcast each month. Actually, just last week, we interviewed the lead ship shopper of Grand Rapids. It was a great interview. We had a great time.
That was a fun interview.
Yeah, she was great.
She was
don't mess
not
with
what I
her.
was expecting.
Don't mess with her because she'll kick your ass. But it was, I was not expecting that too. It was really fun. So you get that extra podcast a month. I am now releasing the podcast a day early. Well, actually, more than a day early. I'll try to get it out the next day. Normally, I would have it out tonight, but we didn't record last night. Yeah, it's kind of a sore subject. So you'll get the podcast early. If you're a $10 tier, you get the merch. So we just really appreciate everyone supporting us. Go to patreon.com/ I wish I knew what it was. Pete, look that shit up and post it in there. Send it to me in a private chat. So, let's see. So tip time. This is Pete's, and I don't know anything about this, so I'm going to let you take the lead on that, buddy.
Yeah. So it's, by the way, it's Patreon / the Gig Econ Podcast.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me put the gig economy freaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, one of my buddies and former coworkers also does DoorDash, and he's in the local DoorDash group. And somebody had posted a post just about, I think they delivered like a $2 order, and it was like $70 worth of food from somewhere. And so they were kind of complaining about that, and it kind of boiled into this very long discussion about, don't do this and don't do that. And, you full-timers this and you part-timers that. And excuse me, my allergies are bothering me. And my buddy kind of said something that, we've always said here. He said this $2 offer wasn't ever going to get to a point that y'all were going to accept it anyway. I honestly don't really get why y'all are mad. I get everyone wants to make more money. Just do you. Whatever works for you, works for you. When I read y'all say it's better for everyone, I'm reading it's better for you. When I was dashing, I took what worked for me. I've declined orders that had great payouts because I hate going to the restaurant. I've also accepted lower payouts, personally nothing less than $6, to places that I like going to, or like the workers knowing the distance might be a little far. It's whatever works for you. I'm not here to make y'all money. Do I want you to make money? Yes, but I'm here for me to make money. Whether we are here part-time or full-time, we're all here to make money and pay our bills. And to me, the part that really struck to me was just do you. Do what works for you.
Yeah.
It's, people are constantly asking, when's the best time to drive? When's the best time for this? When's the best time for that? And sure, there are some good times that, if you're really looking to make some money, Friday nights, Saturday nights, you're going to have to be out driving.
Yeah.
But ultimately, do what works for you. Whatever meets your schedule requirements, makes your, pay requirements.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry so much about what everybody else is saying. Do what works for you.
Right. Sorry, that scared the shit out of me.
Boom shakalaka.
Yeah, I mean, you should always just do you, and don't worry about anyone else. I know Pete's had to work on that himself personally with our Grand Rapids group. It's hard not to jump in there and say, you're a dumbass and whatever, but
yeah,
it truly is a good thing, and just take care of yourself and don't worry about everyone else. So that's the tip.
True that.
You do you. So Emily tomorrow is now following. Thank you.
Oh,
Emily.
hey, what's up, Emily?
You know her?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's Angie, too? Do you know Angie Raddick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, known her since high school.
Oh. Did you share it on your personal stream?
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, are these drivers?
I shared it on my personal Facebook and my Riding with Retip.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And I hashtagged a bunch. I was hoping we get some extra.
Nice. I really like that Streamlab thing, Pete. That's the best thing ever, except I got to bump the volume down on it or something because it scares the shit out of me. Anyways, so Charlie Is that who you knew? Is that the guy you knew? Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to jump into social media shenanigans. This is just kind of funny. It's a DoorDash driver messaging, and it says, this text conversation is related to DoorDash order. Hey, they're all out of... Okay, I guess you have to see it. It's more of it funny. It said, hey, they're all out of lasagna, and he spelled it Lesanya. And then he tried it again, and it did the same way. And then he tried it again, and then it spelled Laysana. And then he's like, the shit Garfield eat. So basically, he tried to spell lasagna 3 times. It didn't go well, and then the shit Garfield ate. They
could have done a better job making sure it didn't look like a fake right away, but it's still pretty funny.
Is this a fake?
Oh yeah.
How do you know?
Right there, man. Right above the where it says today and the time. DoorDash messages don't come as an iMessage.
Oh, you're right. They don't.
No, because you text the DoorDash number, then it goes through their system.
Oh yeah, they call them SMS.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it, Pete. Well, it's funny. I wonder.
It's still pretty funny, but
it's funny what I thought about.
Or maybe DoorDash does work that way. I know Uber and Lyft.
I don't know.
It doesn't work that way. You text your person, it goes through their system.
But how many young people would know about what Garfield eats? Like, we should have done a poll.
Okay, boomer.
Hey, my son watches Garfield right now. They still are like producing new content. Maybe it's not new content. I don't know. Pete's looking it up, of course. Jesper's Facebook shenanigans is just a weird text from Uber rider. It says, "I'm a tall, lanky, homeless-looking person that comes in peace." I mean, would that be a collect 5 and drive? I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of funny. That's the one thing I do miss about driving is people, just stupid messages that you get.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. And then
the last one is from one of the Instacart groups.
Yeah, I don't get. I should have white her name out, but oh well. I don't even know what this one means. Like,
your account may be deactivated. Your cancellation rate is above 15%.
So is that a lot?
That's I think for DoorDash that's quite a bit.
No, this is Instacart.
Or Instacart rather. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like 15%.
I think after 15%, it starts bumping back the orders that get sent to you. I don't know. This post had a whole bunch of comments on it too. Again, it's just the same thing. People arguing back and forth about Instacart bonus that you don't get if you're not below 15%, and blah blah blah. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Blah,
but how do you cancel? Like so maybe educate me. I mean, I know what a cancellation is, but I mean, are they picking up the orders and then just being like, I don't want it? Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm like, why would you pick the order up if you didn't want it? I mean,
right.
Unless
I don't know if there's a differentiation. Is that a word? Is there a difference between accepting the order and then declining and then canceling it right away, or actually going to the store?
Yeah, unless it's like Uber. For example, Uber and Lyft. You get an Uber ride, and all of a sudden Lyft is prime timing or whatever the hell they call it. I don't even remember. Power boxes. It's been that long.
Yeah.
But then you would cancel the Uber and grab the Lyft. Can you see Instacart other batches after you accept one?
After you accept an order, you cannot see other batches.
Oh, so then why would you cancel then?
Right.
I mean, every once in a while I can see, that was dumb. That was dumb.
Yeah.
Why did I do that? But why would you have it so many times that you're at 15%? No judging. I just don't know. I haven't done.
You do you, but what are you doing, buddy?
Yeah. See, we say you do you, but this whole podcast is based on telling people they're dumbasses. I mean, what are we going to do?
I'm not judging, but what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? I don't think I've. I take that back. I've canceled one Instacart order. only because I thought I had my card with me and I didn't. So what am I going to do? I'm not paying for it out of my own pocket. So yeah.
Now Instacart's got an option where you can put the card in to your Apple Pay.
Say, oh really?
Yeah.
Now that's sweet, except when you accidentally pay with your own debit card. Like, son of a bitch.
Well, when you try anyways, I doubt it would work, right?
I mean, why wouldn't it
thank
work?
you for all the hearts.
The hearts?
That's my cousin
okay.
on the Facebook stream. She's hearting the stream.
Oh, well, that didn't give me any. I got to look at that. Where's my little whatever?
You got to like and follow. Like and follow, guys.
What was I going to say? Oh, why wouldn't it work, though?
Because it puts money into the account based on your order.
Yeah, but what if the order is $100 and I have $200 in my checking account?
I don't think it'll work. I think the Instacart card would be declined.
Well, yeah, but you wouldn't. Oh, no. I'm saying using your own debit card. Like if you're using Apple Pay. So like when I click my Apple Pay, like I have a credit card that pops up and my debit card, then you switch to which one you want to use. Right. I'm saying using your own card if you accidentally do it. Yes.
There you go. Thank you.
Anyway.
That's how I think I've heard of people that have had to do that before.
Yeah, just because if you forget your card, I'm sure they'd reimburse you. But I would worry it'd be a nightmare to do it.
Yeah.
Like to try to get your money back from Instacart. I mean, you ain't calling anybody. It's going to be all email support. Yeah. So, Jesper, nope, he can't come on. I'm like, yes, it's all right, buddy. We're done with the show. This is like the shortest show ever.
We're wrapping up now, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like the shortest show we've done in a long time, but I just want to thank you guys for dealing with like all the shit. Like we still have not figured it out. We figured out an alternative, which I wish I would have known last night, because then I would have done this last night, but I didn't know it was an option. So
so don't forget our normal time is Wednesdays. Every other Wednesday, I should say. 9 p.m., not Thursdays.
Yep, not Thursdays. Wednesdays at 9 p.m. every other one. But I usually post on social media just to remind y'all. But thanks for all the new people that liked and followed and all that stuff. And catch you on the flip side.
Peace out.